Good morning, afternoon, or evening to all you starry-eyed travelers and adventurers out there. Once upon a time, there was a young girl who had finished her Pokemon playthrough back in the Unova region. She was filling up the decks, had went to see Professor Juniper, and managed to get the Oval charm. I believe she may have thought it to be the shiny charm, but how she knew about those alternate colored monsters, I am unsure. But, sure enough, when walking that first route back out, she ran into something sparkly. A shiny watchog, standing at attention, just waiting to be caught. Maybe, just maybe, it too had thought the charm just obtained was to increase its chances of appearing. Or maybe it was RNG, determining a truly fateful encounter. The girl would go on to search out and find shinies while watching other YouTubers and streamers throughout her childhood. Starting up files and DS games already played through, and getting lucky with the likes of Trico and Alpha Sapphire, Fennekin and Y, Tepig and Black 2, and a number of others along the way. However, back when Sun and Moon were approaching their release, a new aspiration had come to mind. She, like a handful of those other hunters she'd watched, wanted her first ever playthrough of these games to be with a shiny team. A dream team, if you will. She was determined to not be spoiled on the storyline and to get Litten for the first ever experience. Little did she know just how defining this decision would be. Sure enough, when she first got the games, she hunted like crazy through these roughly 3-minute long cutscenes, watching and rewatching reactions of some of her favorite content creators to inspire her onwards. As a side note, I'm still insanely guilty of this. They may as well be like comfort TV shows to me to enjoy as I go along, particularly when there weren't any new videos, which were likely to fall into line of rewatching afterwards. At home, she'd reset. During holidays, she'd reset. In the car, she'd reset. Waiting for shows to start, she'd reset. And yet, there was no Candy Cane Kitten to be seen. A part of her started to wonder, no, fear, had she missed it? The length per reset likely only built on these fears. What if she had? What if she just kept missing the completely obvious shiny? Years went by when she'd hunt on and off, still staying largely unspoiled of the game's stories. I believe even after Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were released, she mainly kept pressing on in Sun and Moon, wanting to get that cat in the games that started it all. But it did inspire something else. A Dream Team quest in 3 of the files. A starter reset, for each one. Girl hadn't even gotten one yet, but at least her spirit hadn't been absolutely crushed. By some miracle. I was stubborn. Still am. And I think that in whatever Shiny Hunter guidebook there is out there, it should be listed as a top most wanted and most needed attribute to have. I don't know the exact numbers for Litten. I didn't start keeping track right away, and I can't even remember if when I did start counting, I guesstimated a start based on the time, or if I just started at 0. But it ended up being just above double odds on my counter. A couple of years ago, the day before my birthday, I got my cat in Sun, the exact game I wanted to get it in. There'd been a moment I was even afraid of losing it. I had a lap desk I'd been using, and seeing that white cat I'd definitely never seen before on my screen made me jump a bit. The DS shifted ever so slightly, but I was terrified of it falling and bumping something on the way down to make me fail it after all that time. But it didn't. It was there. I'm still so thrilled that I found it. Wait! This video is about the owl. Why have you talked this long about the... Listen. The backstory was necessary. Poplio is the only one who was under odds at somewhere around 1,000, and I did keep good track of it in Rowlet. Admittedly, I was so sure it would go over double odds too. With each 1,000 that passed, especially after past 4096, the more sure I got. A few days prior to finding it, I had even made a remark about getting to the point where I just hoped I'd get it before I hit 5 digits. The numbers are tough with a cutscene, as one would probably anticipate. There was always that fear of my missing it somehow. I swear, that Rowlet showed up in different shades of tan that would always be enough to leave me wondering if I'd momentarily gone colorblind or something. But I'd reassure myself and push on. I'm still a bit in disbelief I have all 3 of them now. I love each of them with all my heart, and while I didn't get to fully document all of their findings, I'm looking forward to doing so with the oncoming team members. Someone here has been possessed by an owl. Who? Well, that's the thing, we don't. With all that being said, I hope you enjoy the reaction. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. I'm so sorry, but I need to very carefully remove the Hi, I was rewatching the PM7 Hoenn event for probably the 10th time. Oh my gosh. Don't mind me, I don't know where all my styluses went. I just need to get to a point where I can save. It was Moon! So, the funny thing is, I used this for my hunt for Litten as well, which went over double odds. So, I knew, that this game had already gotten to the point where it was, it was over odds itself. I'm going to save it one more time. And I was so worried that Rowlet would end up being over double odds too. We were getting pretty close, but nature gets timid really quick, and then I'll go into refresh with it. Let me actually... There's 2. I can't believe I got it. Oh my gosh. Calm. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that for him. Oh, look at him. Yeah, don't mind my little bit of a scuffed setup here because I don't have all the capture card. Oh, hi, baby. Oh, goodness. My hands are shaking. It's not coming through them. Impressive, actually, but look at him. I'll give you a green one too, little guy. He's so cute. Make bunny robes. Don't make me accidentally tap him. There we go. Oh goodness, I'm so happy. The resets for these games, they're pretty lengthy. And so it can be pretty darn easy to just fall into. I feel like it's easier to burn out on the ones that take longer. But I definitely, like, if you're on the verge of doing this hunt or giving up on it or anything, if you need to, definitely take a break. Sometimes you definitely need to do that for some hunts here and there, and that's fine. But I definitely say to not give up just completely, right? Because you've already spent however much time in it as it is. So to just completely throw it away would be kind of sad. But let's 50 sparkles. Oh, come on. Oh, precious little owl. Yeah, if it's not clear, I very much love star things. So when I first found out that the sparkles for these games were stars, I was pretty happy with it. But yeah, 75, 72. I tend to fall into the thing where shinies show up when I'm not expecting them. The past couple of days, especially yesterday, I'm like, I feel like I'm going to get it soon, but I don't know if that's just me coping or hoping. But I was keeping a closer eye on things, but then I fell into the rhythm of watching the video that I was, and I see the green owl. Oh, and these DSs haven't frozen or anything. The one here is older, and it's done something where, like, if the back snaps far back enough, I think the screen goes dark. It hasn't done that in a while. This one hasn't done anything at all, but I'm so afraid that something would happen when I found, especially because I've gone so long for it. And it's also great because I had been debating just doing this on Ultramoon and hunting for, doing some other hunt on the side. I was playing with that idea, but I'm like, no, I want to up the encounters at least as much as I can. So anyways, yay! I can hunt for all of the Dream Team quests that I have now. So hopefully we'll be seeing a little bit more. Oh goodness, that's great. I'm going to save it like 5 more times probably, even though the first one was fine. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great rest of your week, your weekend, and if you're doing any crazy hunts that have been giving you trouble for a long time, or even if you're just starting out on a fresh one, I wish you the best of luck. And yeah, I'm so glad I got the Rowlet. Bye bye.